Yo, what's up everybody? Yoooooo here, bringing you my live reaction slash review on Black Clover. This is chapter 215 titled 3 Problems. Now before we get into this live reaction slash review, I want to state a couple of things, mainly about Julius. I know last week a lot of people were outraged about Julius coming back, and I kind of predicted it in my review. It was obviously that a lot of people were going to feel bad about it, but I didn't think it was going to be as bad as people are complaining. And I just want to let y'all know now that when it comes to Julius coming back, I actually don't have a problem with it for a couple of good reasons. One, Julius is a time mage, and time mages are broken like that. Two, even though he came back, he's not at full power. He had to sacrifice two things. He had to sacrifice his age and his magic. If you look at his grimoire that's floating around him, it's only 1 page long, and he came back as a 13-year-old kid. So him coming back this way, he's most likely going to be forced to be stepped down as Wizard King, especially since we know Julius is not liked it by the regular king of the Clover Kingdom. We have to assume that he's going to try to force politics down his throat and push him down from being his Wizard King position, since he's just a kid and he can't really take that mantle, especially since he only has 1 page of a grimoire. You can't really say he's a Magic Knight fully. He's more of a rookie again, even though he has the knowledge of the Wizard King and all that stuff, and he knows what to do. Again, power level wise, he's just a kid now, so most likely he's still going to be stepped down from the Wizard King, and we might have to get somebody else for that position. And again, he's a kid again with 1 grimoire, so it's not like he came back to life and he's fully powered and nothing happened. You know, there was a sacrifice to him coming back. Not to mention, on top of that, his last name, the symbol on his forehead, which is a rune symbol for I think Old Nordic for time travel or something like that, plus one of his badge medals on his coat is also another hint of time manipulation and age manipulation. So it was a little bit of foreshadow here and there. It was in our face every time we saw Julius. It was just the fact that we didn't see him enough to really study and remember those pictures to know what they are about. But it was kind of a foreshadow that eventually he was going to die and come back. Essentially, he's like the Jesus Christ of the anime, of this manga, I guess you can say, but it is what it is. But yeah, if y'all want to follow along with me and read chapter 215, link will be in the description like always, or you can just follow along either or. But let's get into this. Julius has become a 13-year-old. But I somehow managed to survive, although I didn't end up becoming little. What? Master Julius? And everybody's super sad. Yami and William are super shocked. Hold up. Nah, you straight up die, buddy. That's exactly our thoughts. It's funny how Yami, his reaction is basically our reaction. So Spot, the writer of Black Clover, Tsubasa, he thought it out really well. He must have. There's no way you're gonna live, though, that you were your final moments. If I recall, you entrusted something to me as well, huh? Gonna give back the determination and resolve I gave you back then? And what, you're just gonna get to do your life over again? Nah, must be nice to be in their position. You're scary, Yami. Now, how about I bury you again? Oh, Yami, funny. Jeez, you're a real pain sometimes, you know that? But having to put up with you now, after all this, I never get to see your face again. Well, it's not exactly a bad feeling. That's Yami's way of saying that he's happy, I guess. Then you have William there saying, Lord Julius, William Vengeance, no matter what reason you may have had, the crime of betrayal of the kingdom is a very heavy one indeed. It will take time for everyone hurt by these events to recover. Until then, I don't plan on letting you have a moment of free time. Oh, Julius stepping up to that plate. Julius is still Julius, even as a kid. I think you're being a little too lenient here, sir. No, the one who invited William into the Magic Knights, and the one who appointed him captain of the Magic Knights was me. So the responsibility lies with myself as well as the responsibility for having lost that battle. William, are you prepared to endure the punishment of the kingdom with me? To join me in pushing past all of the bitterness and moving forward? Seriously, this guy. And you have William about to cry, and Yami's like, he has his eyes closed. It looks like he's wanting to cry, but he's holding back. Oh, yep, he's crying. He's doing the pose. William, as I did once before, this time I swear on my grimoire, I will devote it all to you and to the kingdom. Now then. The battle is over and we managed to restore the matter to hand. But because of the resolution, there arise 3 new problems. He just summoned us all here out of the blue. But who the hell is he? He sure acting real important for as a kid. Captain Yami, this presence, that person, it can't be. The first problem is the Magic Emperor now is gone. The Magic Emperor, right here. I'm looking at you, shorty. What? I knew it. I like how the Magic Emperor, Julius, is like, the first problem out of the 3 is that the Magic Emperor is now gone. And Asta was like, wait a minute. The Magic Emperor is right here in front of us. It's you, isn't it, shorty? I'm not sure if that's Asta or Yami who's saying that, but that was hilarious. I think it was Yami, though. I have lost the majority of my magic. And this is also about all that is left of my grimoire. So the fact that I'm weaker in battle now goes without saying. But now my influence on the nobles who are absolute authority in our kingdom has weakened. Oh, I got a question. Why did the Magic Emperor turn small? How is he still alive? This little spaz just doesn't know how to hold back, does he? Well, it's thanks to something I discovered during one of my journeys in disguise. A device that stored magic left behind by a magic knight from long ago. Its name was Swallowtail, and you have Secret. She's there, and Secret, she's basically freaked out when she hears this Swallowtail. So maybe this has something to do with her or Lumiere. My time magic was extremely capable with Swallowtail. I would use to begin to store my own time and mana in the mark of my forehead. Time so that if the worst case come, I will be able to resume my life. See? Told you the crest on his forehead is where he was just not just storing time for his magic, but for this spell as well. See, now Tapaka's making sense. He's explaining it. But it didn't activate immediately, and was only able to bring me back to this age. I guess it couldn't work out that perfectly. It worked out plenty well. Nobody just gets an overdo on their life. You're just freaking nuts, little kid-looking old man. Thank you, Asta. As energetic as ever, I'm assuming you'll play a large role in everything that happened. Yeah, I totally rocked it, but I still have a long ways to go. I don't think I've seen your face around before. And Wizard King is looking at Sekri. What kind of magic do you use? And he's on their face, all energetic. Having spent years and years in disguise, I can just tell you, seems like you definitely used some strange magic, right? That's enough of that, sir. Continue your story. Well, also, I've got other people to help, you know? It's the same old Magic Emperor. That's the same old Magic Emperor? Looks like the same old Magic Emperor. We have this cute page of Sekri, Noelle, and Mimosa just like dumbfounded about, you know, the Wizard King's bad habit of wanting to know people's magic. That's cute. I might make that also part of the thumbnail. Sorry about that. The second and third problems are very close related, but according to my predilections, next page, page 11, in its current state, Clover Kingdom will end up destroyed at the hands of a foreign nation. Uh-oh, now we're talking about other nations. Told y'all guys Black Clover wasn't done yet. You mean the Diamond Kingdom or someone else entirely? The other opposition is that Asta would die. Huh? Of course, both could happen. Okay, let's talk about this. The 3 problems. Above all, 1, Julius is gone. The old Julius, that is. 2, a threat of a new kingdom wants to emerge and capitalize on what's going on already on the Diamond Kingdom. And 3rd, but leastly, Asta's death. Now, I'm not sure what this is supposed to mean. Like, he said that problem 2 and 3 were closely related. So, maybe Julius find out something about Asta. Maybe Asta's connected to the Diamond Kingdom. And that's the real reason why they're attacking. Besides the fact that the Diamond Kingdom always had issues with the Clover Kingdom. But, why would Asta be involved in this? Why would he be the 3rd problem? Why would his death be a problem? Unless Julius, thanks to his time magic, he's seen something in the future that has to do with Asta and his problems. So, you have to imagine, he just came back to life. So, how does he know about all 3 problems? The first one is common sense. Of course, new Wizard King. I've been saying that forever. We need a new one. Julius won't be able to do it no more. But the other 2 problems is like, how was he able to calculate this and pinpoint it to Asta being one of the 3 so quickly? Unless he knew something ahead of time. So that needs to be more explained, and they probably will next chapter. But seeing the interaction with Sekri and Julius and the Whale and Mimosa as well, seeing him and saying, who's this little squirt acting all high and mighty, and then finding out he's Julius himself, the old Wizard King, just brought back as a 13-year-old, was hilarious. I'm hoping now that Julius is a 13-year-old kid, that now we get more of him. Since before, when we had Julius, we didn't really have more of his character because he was always in disguise and hiding, and we didn't really get to see him fight. Hopefully now that he's a 13-year-old kid, we get to see more of his fights and more of him being on screen, hopefully. Because I love Julius' character design and his actions and interactions with everybody and just how he is in general. And seeing how William and Julius are together going to take this burden, that's going to be very interesting. The elves that are left behind, Fana, Reto, Vaga, and Petri, they weren't mentioned or shown in this chapter, but we have to imagine that they're going to be exiled from the kingdom, since technically the elven region started because of them. But who knows, maybe they may have their own separate little town in the Clover Kingdom, and that's gonna be like their jail town, but and really they're not in jail, just the only town they're allowed to be in perfectly. Maybe something like happens like the Uchihas and Naruto, maybe something like that. But yeah, this was a really great episode, great chapter, chapter 215, really great stuff. But that's all I have for you guys. Peace and have a good one.